You are now listening to TuneIn Slice of Health by Chola MS General Insurance.
The fifth episode of Slice of Health edition brings to you Swati Mukund, a fitness educator and Pinkathon ambassador who shares tips on fitness for a balanced lifestyle. The episode starts now.
It's amazing to see so many of you taking your health and fitness so seriously. But sometimes I feel while we are at this, we tend to miss out on the bigger picture and end up losing the plot on the whole. Stay tuned with me, Swati Mukund, on TuneIn with Chola MS to know what these beautiful insights are and some of these that totally helped me on my journey of health and fitness. When we talk about health and fitness, and I ask somebody what your fitness goal looks like, the most common thing that people end up saying is, I want to lose weight, or I want to see a particular number on the weighing scale. Guilty as charged, I have done this in the past as well. So what happens when we tend to focus all our fitness energies on seeing that particular number on the scale? I have seen this with experience that we tend to stop doing whatever we have to do once we see the number on the scale. So it's not that we have, decided to stay fit and going to be at this for a very long time. But if supposing my goal or my target weight is say 60 kilos, and once I see 60 on the weighing scale, that's it. All my fitness energies and all the workouts and diets and meal plans that I was following for a very long time will all come to a standstill as soon as I've arrived on that number. What really made a difference in my life is when somebody told me that learn to see fitness as a journey and not a destination. Fitness is something we need to pursue on a day-to-day basis, something that we need to decide to do for ourselves, take time out for our own health, and to ensure that we are able to do this consistently for a period of time. Because when you keep a goal as weight loss, for example, we don't tend to see this as something consistent or something that we can continue doing for a long period of time. The biggest shift happened for me when I realized this point. And I really wished someone had told this to me earlier that listen, Swati, it's not important for you to see that particular number on the scale, but to see fitness on a more holistic level so that you're able to do this for a longer period of time. And let me tell you, weight loss is a byproduct of a fit and healthy lifestyle. When you tend to focus on what you're eating, when you tend to focus on working out in a manner that suits you the best, I assure you, weight loss is something that will be a byproduct, but will not be the only focus. Because what happens is that, even with us, when we wake up in the morning one fine day and we might decide that, we don't feel like working out today, or we don't want to stick to a particular meal plan like we do on every other day. And when we tend to give ourselves that leeway, we, end up either sad or we're frustrated or we're very upset with ourselves, and we tell ourselves, oh, okay, fine, today is Thursday. So Thursday until Sunday, I'm going to be eating what I like, and Monday onwards, I'll get back on my diet. So what happens is that in order to give ourselves that room, we tend to lose the plot. So I think we need to change our focus from not just weight loss, but to see fitness as something we see ourselves doing for a continued period of time. What I also wanted to speak about is people setting unrealistic targets for themselves. Now, what do I mean by people setting unrealistic targets for themselves? It happens when people have a particular number in mind, or they see somebody they want to emulate and they realize that, hey, listen, I think even I want to look like that, or I want to see that number on the weighing scale, or I want to fit into this particular dress before that function. So all of these smaller things that we tell ourselves when we want to look or feel a particular way. Now, what happens when we set unrealistic targets for ourselves? These are things that probably our bodies are not ready for. We feel that this is something that this is really doable, but we don't tend to realize how much we are damaging ourselves while we are doing something like this. See, this might suit somebody, this might not work out well for somebody. There have been people who've gone on crash diets and have, taken workout regimes that probably is too much for them to, be able to comprehend, too much for their bodies to undergo. And we do not want to end up in a manner wherein we are worse off, or we don't want to do things wherein we feel that, oh, I wish I hadn't embarked on this, I wish somebody had told me that this is not something that's right for you. What I would strongly recommend is that, and again, this is from personal example, and this is something that has worked for so many people I know, is that you need to set shorter goals. You need to set small term goals. You need to tell yourself that these are the targets that are probably achievable by me by, say, the end of 2 months or 3 months, as opposed to pushing yourself unrealistically and ending up damaging your body. So I think setting a short term goal, setting a target that is realistic, setting a target that you see yourself achieving over a period of time that suits you best is very, very important in this manner. And another very, very important aspect of fitness and leading a balanced lifestyle is giving your body enough time to rest, recover, and to be able to recoup all the energies you end up losing either when you're working out or you're working in general. Now, I think with all of us leading really, really busy lives and having tight schedules, sometimes what happens is that we might not have enough time to say work out or stick to a proper plan, or there might be days when we are able to do things for a continued period of time, but at the end of the week there is a burning out, and we tell ourselves that this is not something I'm going to be able to do for the next 2-3 days. And the most sensible thing for anybody to do at that point is to listen to your body. The problem happens when we don't listen to what our bodies are trying to tell us. And let me tell you, our body call is something which we need to listen to during all times. For example, I am a runner. I run half marathons. I comfortably run 21 kilometers and I enjoy doing it. But there are days when my body is not ready to run even for 5 kilometers. And those days I go with the flow, because this is not a test of my character or my resilience. I don't have a point to prove to anybody. I don't need to tell somebody that, listen, I was tired, but I still ran. Sometimes we end up seeing social media posts of people wherein people say, hey, listen, I didn't sleep the entire night, but I decided fitness is very, very important, so I'm stepping out for a run. Or I'm going to the gym even though I have not slept properly for the last 3 days because of work pressure. The biggest mistake you can do, or I'd rather, at the risk of probably going a bit too far, I might call this absolutely foolhardy, because you don't realize the amount of damage you're causing to your body when you don't sleep well, when you don't rest enough, when you don't give your body that recovery time. So even when we have our plans in place, or if there is any sensible trainer who's giving you a workout plan or a meal plan, they need to ensure, or rather they will ensure, that they've given you enough time to rest and recover. Otherwise, it's pointless. Your fitness journey is not going to help you lead a balanced lifestyle if you do not follow a proper rest and recovery period, if you do not give your body enough sleep. Because I don't need to tell you how important sleep is for us to be able to recover and feel normal again. So I think this is something that's really, really underrated. But more than glorifying how much we ran, or glorifying how much we worked out, or glorifying the fact that, hey, listen, I worked for an entire week without doing anything else, but then I don't compromise on my workout, or I couldn't miss out on my Sunday run because I had decided I will do it. So at the cost of not sleeping enough or not eating well enough, I still decided to go for it. I think it's time to glorify the fact that, yes, I give my body enough rest, I eat well enough, I sleep well. And when there are days that I don't feel good enough to be able to step out for a workout, I will listen to my body and I'll stay at home, and I am not going to push myself that day. That's because my body needs that time to recuperate. All right, and moving on to another really, really important thing that I need to talk about today. It's the fact that it's very important to keep tabs on what we are consuming. And what we are consuming not just includes what we eat and drink. Of course, what we eat and drink is very, very important, because even though you might be somebody who's working out for, say, 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, then again, go by your own bodies, do what is right for you. But in spite of that, what you put into your bodies for the remainder of the day is what decides how healthy and fit you are going to be. All right, so eating properly, having a proper meal plan, ensuring that you are combining the best of all kinds of nutrients in order to lead a healthy lifestyle is very, very important. Now, speaking about consumption, it's not just important to listen to what your trainers and the others say. What you consume when you open a social media page also affects you. Why? For example, if I look at a social media handle of somebody just like me, all right, I am a particular age, I'm at a particular stage in life, I'm a mother, I'm a runner. But if I might look at somebody's social media page who is on the same level as mine and who's probably able to fit in a bit more than what I am able to do, all right, touch wood, I have reached a point in life where I've really, really worked on this to ensure that none of this affects me. But we also need to be really, really mindful about what we consume. Sometimes what we see on social media is not entirely real, and I don't need to tell that to all of you. I'm sure all of you know that already. And the other thing is, we cannot compare our journeys with that of anybody else. And I will repeat this, that we cannot compare our journey with anybody else, because each person in life is dealing with something that only they can fathom, and we have no right to decide what is right for them and what is right for us, right? And the other thing is, just because it worked out well for somebody doesn't mean it is right for you. Why we need to speak about this more often is that sometimes when we end up seeing others doing supposedly better than us, not necessary that they are or they aren't, but sometimes when we see social media, it lets you into believing things that, listen, their life is better than mine, fitness wise they're able to do way better. But then that's not true. And even if it is true, this is not something that should hinder your progress or push yourself to do more in any way. Every person is different, every body is different, and every body at different stages in life is different. I probably wouldn't have been able to do as much as soon as I delivered my child, because I realized that it's very, very important to focus on rest and recovery as soon as you deliver a child. I mean, I'm just quoting from example. It's just that for every person, it might be something else. For people, there might be, a health concern that they're dealing with. Or for people, they might be dealing with other complications at work, or there might be other commitments at family level, which is not letting them focus, say, on their fitness goals. But the point which we need to remember here is that the fact that you are consistently doing something for yourself is what is important here, more than what somebody else is doing, more than what somebody else is able to do. So like I say, you are your own target. You are your own benchmark. My only goal in life will always be to be able to do better than what I did probably 2 days ago. That's what my goal will be. And I think all of us need to follow that, because it's pointless comparing our journey with that of anybody else's. I think that's something we need to keep in mind, that if we need to stay consistent and progress, we need to work on our own targets and our own bodies. And like I said, pick any form of fitness that you think you can do on a consistent basis. Now, why I would say this is because I am a runner. I enjoy doing yoga. I like doing strength training and weight training at the gym. But I have friends and I have family, and I know of many people who don't enjoy running, who probably prefer dance, who probably prefer, say, only going to the gym as a form of fitness, or they might enjoy Pilates. Now, I have friends who are brilliant at yoga, and that's something that they have followed all these years, and that's helped them stay fit. So the point that we need to keep in mind here is that we can only stay consistent if we pick something that we like doing. If we end up picking a form of fitness just because it worked for somebody else, that doesn't mean it will work for us. Now, if I see somebody doing, say, any form of sport or anything that they really enjoy doing, it's not necessary that it should work out for me in the same manner. Okay, everybody is designed to do something. Everybody is designed to do things that is best suited for them, that would give them the kind of result that they are looking for in terms of their fitness goals. And most importantly, I think only when we pick something that we truly enjoy doing, we are going to be consistent in our goals. I think sometimes when we tend to do something because it worked for somebody else, I don't think we'll be able to continue doing this beyond a particular period of time, just because we kind of jumped onto the bandwagon because it worked for somebody else. So I think focusing on choosing the right form of workout is also really, really important here. So to quickly sum this up, all I want to say is that to have a balanced fitness journey, the most crucial thing is to understand that you need to balance it out with eating correctly, sleeping well, giving your body the right amount of rest and recovery that it truly, truly deserves, so that you are able to stay consistent on your fitness goals for a longer period of time. And trust me, your body will tell you what is right for you. If there's something that you're doing wrong, your body will first give you signals that this is not right for you. And if you think you're going to be able to do this consistently for a longer period of time, very well. And I'm sure that you will be able to stay consistent when you think that this is something I enjoy doing, and this is something that is helping me stay fit, helping me stay mindfully engaged in finding that me time for yourself. I think that is really, really underrated. Fitness gives you that mindful, conscious me time that we all tend to look for, because that is when we truly do something for ourselves. And trust me, fitness is something that is so much more rewarding when you do it with all your heart, because you enjoy doing it. And I think that is something we all need to bear in mind while focusing on fitness and our journey towards leading a healthier lifestyle. So thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope that these insights are as helpful to you as they were for me. Thank you so much.